Hello, welcome to Foster Recap. Spoiler alert, watch out, and subscribe if you like our video. The movie begins with visuals of Louise Banks and her daughter, Hannah. It portrays their sweet memories together when Hannah was born and during her childhood. However, Hannah tragically passed away at the age of 12 due to an incurable disease. The scene then shifts to Louise preparing to attend her class as a professor teaching languages. Upon entering the school, she notices chaos and people rushing to watch the TV. Although she doesn't bother with it, she proceeds to her class, where all the students have received a message instructing them to turn on the TV. The news reveals that 12 gigantic extraterrestrial spaceships have appeared all around the world, leaving everyone shocked. The college campus is deserted the next day as Louise finds no one attending the class. In her cabin, she listens to the news about the alien arrival. U.S. Army Colonel Weber approaches her and recruits her for her linguistic expertise to communicate with the aliens. He plays an audio clip containing alien sounds, and Louise inquires if she needs to visit the aliens to understand how to communicate with them. At first, her request is rejected, but later that night, Weber returns and recruits her. Louise quickly packs her bags and meets physicist Ian Donnelly in a chopper, who will be studying the spacecraft with her. They both arrive at a camp near the alien spaceship, which is secured by the Army within a 12-kilometer radius. At the camp, nations from around the world are working together to interact and communicate with the aliens, except for China. Louise and Ian undergo a health checkup and receive antibiotic boosters. They wear hazmat suits and enter the spaceship, which has zero gravity, except for a cabin with a glass wall separating them from two cephalopod-like, seven-limbed aliens. After observing the aliens, they return to the base camp to discuss how to communicate with them. They contemplate whether the aliens communicate through speech or writing. Ian suggests the name heptapods for the aliens and nicknames two of them as Abbott and Costello. The following day, Louise, Ian, and other staff members visit the alien ship again. Louise tries to communicate verbally and then removes her safety suit to approach the glass. She uses a whiteboard to write human to represent themselves. Ian follows her lead, and in response, the aliens provide a complex written language in the form of circular symbols. Louise becomes the first person to establish communication with them, and other nations follow suit, using whiteboards and sign language. The aliens respond with equally intricate circular symbols. All around the world, people are panicking and looting shops due to the appearance of the aliens. In response, the USA and other countries have implemented strict curfews. Meanwhile, an army man is talking to his family and asks his son to kill the monster and save the world for him. Returning to Louise, she is experiencing visual and emotional stress, feeling weak as she remembers her daughter. Scientists and linguists worldwide have been diligently decoding the alien language. They discover that the written language conveys meaning and doesn't represent sound. The aliens effortlessly communicate complex sentences in just 2 seconds. As Louise and others prepare questions to ask the aliens, she keeps getting visual hallucinations of her daughter and even imagines seeing an alien in her room. Ian comes to her and discusses the idea that learning a new language can increase IQ and stimulate neuron cells. He wonders if Louise is dreaming in the alien language, and she lies about it, even though she actually has been dreaming in their language. Meanwhile, another soldier is being influenced by toxic internet videos, promoting the idea that humanity must kill the aliens to protect the world. Late at night, Weber calls Louise and asks her to translate a secret FBI video clip received from China. In the clip, a soldier near a spacecraft is talking to his general, mentioning suits, honor, flowers, and advising the Russians to do the same. Louise realizes that suits, honora, flowers refers to different tile sets in Mahjong, a Chinese game. It becomes apparent that the Chinese are using games to communicate with the heptapods. Every conversation is structured like a game, where ideas are expressed through opposition, victory, or defeat. This method has led to misunderstandings between humans and the aliens, causing tension and fear. Louise decides to interact with the aliens using their language, as she seems to be the only one capable of understanding it to some extent. During their session, she asks the heptapods about the purpose of their visit to Earth, and shockingly, they respond by saying to offer a weapon. The entire base camp is in a state of uncertainty and fear, questioning what this might mean. Louise tries to explain that the aliens may not differentiate between tools and weapons, leading to potential misunderstandings. As a result, other nations, including China and Russia, disconnect from the global communication efforts. The US ministry also goes offline without sharing the information they received. Amidst the chaos, Louise and Ian venture back to the alien spacecraft cabin to with their equipment. Unbeknownst to them, one of the equipment contains a bomb planted by one of the soldiers influenced by toxic internet videos. The bomb is set to explode in 5 minutes. Louise attempts to inquire about the meaning of the weapon offered by the aliens, but instead, they ask her to come closer to them. At that moment, she gains the ability to write in their language. She asks the heptapods why they are offering the weapon, and they respond with numerous words. Just before the bomb explodes, one of the heptapods shields them from the blast. Louise loses consciousness as the spacecraft flies a little above the ground, hovering near the sky after the attack. After waking up, Ian informs Louise that he has decoded some of the alien texts. It appears to be related to time and is one part of a larger message divided into 12 parts, each given to different nations. However, General Shan, the Chinese military head, threatens the heptapods, demanding that they leave Earth or face destruction. He also urges other nations to join their cause. As a result, the USA decides to withdraw their interactions and surrounds the alien spaceship with military forces. The entire camp is preparing to leave. However, Louise has pre-visuals of herself entering the spaceship, which she interprets as a message. She approaches the spacecraft, and one of pod comes out and carries her inside. In the spaceship, she witnesses one of the aliens dead due to the explosions caused by the military. Louise apologizes on behalf of humanity, and the heptapods ask her to use the weapon. Perplexed, Louise inquires about the weapon, and the heptapods clarify that they are offering assistance to humanity. In 3,000 years, they will seek humanity's help. The weapon mentioned earlier refers to their language, which allows one to perceive the future. After this encounter, Louise returns. It is then revealed that the visuals Louise has been experiencing about her daughter Hannah are from a distant future, and Ian is her future husband. As all members of the camp are evacuating, Louise decides to intervene and stop the attack. She sneaks into the camp and steals a satellite phone. In her vision, she sees General Shan talking and glimpses his number. Louise calls the number, and the security team realizes it's her making the call to China. They try to stop her, but Ian comes to her rescue. Louise locks herself in a chamber and speaks with Shan. She relays the same words his wife spoke to him during her last moments, which convinces Shan to halt the attack. Louise later surrenders to the army and explains everything. The news reports that General Shan's decision to stop the attack prompts all nations to share their information about the aliens. Eventually, all the spaceships depart from Earth, and Louise narrates about her future daughter, Hannah. She possesses knowledge of her entire journey and promises to embrace every moment with her, even though she knows how it will eventually end. And also, she is thinking about how knowing about further is a weapon that only a few people can handle. She says she will help humanity by giving the weapon to the right hands. In the end, she hugs Ian, welcoming him to her life. The end. Thank you for watching our content. Over 99% seeing our videos without subscribing. It means small to you, but it is very encouraging for us. Please subscribe if you like our video. Please like, share and comment to support our efforts.